This is Dave, KC5 CPO, and welcome to our 32nd Open Mic Night. If you'd like to follow along with us, you can find our logs on bit.ly/ECR logs and click Open Mic Night. Tonight we have Mark. Alright, we have just a small technical difficulty. KC5 CPO. Okay, I'm back. Net control will be handled by myself, KC5 CPO, and Doug, KF8DRJ. Going to start tonight with mobile check-ins, then move to our general check-ins. So let's get this party on the road. The question of the evening is: have you ever modified a radio? Have you ever modified a radio? Come twice, come slowly, and one at a time, if possible, with your call sign. KO4FRR, KO4FRR. K4GDS, K4GDS.
R4BGL, KR4BGL.
Alright, this is a pretty good start for this evening. Let me jump right in here. I got KO4FRR. I have K4GDS and KR4BGL. I also got a check-in through the text line, KQ8U. So let's go ahead and start with KQ8U, and we'll move on down the list.
Evening, Dave, and the rest of the crew. Yeah, I've done a Mars mod on the radio. It's been a long time. You guys sounded good tonight. Have a good time. KQ8U. Back to net.
Okay, Bob, we just had this question out here. If you could answer for me real quick, have you ever modified a radio?
Yes, I have. I've done a Mars mod.
Roger. Okay, thanks for checking in tonight. Next on my list is Joe from Sorrento, Florida. KO4FRR. KO4FRR. Go ahead, Joe. What is your answer to this question?
Hello, this is Joe, KO4FRR. Good to talk to you, Dave. Hopefully everybody's having a good net. To answer the question, I have not. I did buy some valve fittings for a project, but I haven't even started the project yet. It might be a while. But have a good night, everybody, and come on, guys. Get some check-ins over here. Have a good one.
Thank you so much for checking in. A little bit of noise there in your signal, but we got your answer. You have some projects going on, and no, you have not modified a radio. Let's move on to Gil in Orlando, Florida, K4GDS.
Good evening, Dave, Doug. No, I haven't. I've done that. Played a lot of other games, but haven't modified a radio. K4 GDS back in that.
Thanks for checking in. Next on my list is KR4BGL. KR4BGL, Lawrence and Cary, North Carolina.
Yeah, I can say that I have not modified any radios before, although I am a big fan of electronics, but no, I have not yet modified any radios before. KR4BGL, back in that.
All right, sir. Thanks for checking in. Our next on my list is CQ. No, that's wrong too. KQ4 GLY. Get it sooner or later. Chris in Parrish, Florida. What say you?
Good evening, Dave, and everyone on the net. Yes, I have. I've done a Mars mod on a few of my radios. Back to net, or GLY.
KQ4 GLY. Chris in Parrish, Florida. Are you there?
Good evening, Dave, everyone on the net. Yes, I've done a Mars mod on a few of my radios. Back to you, KQ4 GLY.
Gotcha. Sorry, I missed your first response. Having a little bit of technical difficulties here. Let's go for another round of check-ins. Have you ever modified a radio is the question for tonight. Come slowly and come twice with your call sign. This is KC5CPO.
Two TFB, Kilo Delta 2, Tango Foxtrot Bravo. Been lost in Portland, Oregon. Kilo 2, Charlie Mike Tango. Kilo 2, Charlie Mike Tango.
W2 RBC, W2 RBC.
WB2JPQ, WB2JPQ.
VK3AWA, VK3AWA.
KE8 VKY, KE8 VKY.
Stop it right there for a minute. Got a good list here. I've got here on my list KD2 TFB, Joe in Chickasaw, New York. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've got K2 CMT, Mike from DeBray, Florida. I've got N0XRG from Baytown, Texas. W2 RBC from West Seneca, New York. Have, oh yeah, Dick, KB2 JPQ from Eden, New York. VK3 AWA, Daryl from Paradise Beach, Australia. And N6 TBY. Looks like you're a new ham, or maybe we got the call wrong. We'll come back to you. But let's start at the top of the list here. I got KD2 TFB. Joe, what say you? Have you ever modified a radio? KC5CPO.
Well, it's something I'd kind of like to get into, but no, I haven't done that at all. The
Kilo Delta 2 Tango Fox Bravo from the fabulous Cheektowaga, New York. Okay, sir. Thank you for coming in and answering our question. And thanks. Have a good evening. Next on my list is N0XRG. Ronald, looks like you're this is your first time on the East Coast Reflector. Come on in here.
RG Stroke Victor Ocean 1. So I'm in Newfoundland, Canada, and St. John's for work for a week. But yeah, I've been here a couple times. NOX RG, it's Ron, or Ronald if I'm in trouble. Have I modified a radio? Not really. You know, nothing really brave other than just maybe putting chips in or something to that effect. But nothing really crazy. Nothing I would consider a true, like, modification. So anyway, thanks for running the net. NOXRG Stroke B01. Back to you.
Okay, Ron, thanks for checking in, and you're new here, and we have changed your name in the log to Ron, and you'll be getting some information from East Coast Reflector if your email is good on QRZ, and have a great evening. I may have missed somebody. I've got K2CMT, Mike from DeBerry, Florida. Come on in here.
Well, good evening, Dave, and welcome to the open mic. Answer to Nite's question is yes. And this is Mike in DeBerry, Florida, K2CMT. Everyone have a good evening and enjoy yourselves.
Thanks, sir, for checking in. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Next on my list is Randy. You're in West Seneca, New York, W2RBC. Come on in here.
Good evening, Dave, and everyone on the open mic net. Yes, I've done some minor work on ham equipment, a commercial license, and have done so on commercial and middle radios. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2RBC.
Checking in tonight, Randy. Next, I'm looking at him right here in the Zoom room. WB2, JPQ, Dick. Come on in here. What's your answer?
Good evening, Dave. Oh, many, and I modified many radios over my 6+ decades. So, yes for me. Good job, guys. WB2JPQ.
Dick, for checking in. Thanks for the kind words, and thanks for being backup support here for me. Next on the list is VK3AWA. Daryl, what say you? Have you ever modified a radio?
Good evening, Dave, and those listening. Yes, many times over my ham radio journey. Thanks, Dave, doing a good job. Back to you, 7-3 all.
7-3 to you as well. Thanks for checking in from Australia. You have a great day. On the list is KE8VKY, Vicky. Come on in here. What's your answer?
Good evening. Yeah, just some little stuff. Nothing big. You guys are doing a great job. K8VKY.
Well, thanks for running support for me here. I appreciate it. Last on this list is N6QDY, David, Sacramento, California. How about you? Have you ever modified a radio? KC5CPO.
Hello there, Dave. Everybody in the Zoom control room and on the open mic net. M6QDY. To answer your question, yes, many. Just like the other guys. Keep up the good work. Thanks for doing what you do. M6QDY, back to net control.
Thanks for checking in tonight, David. Good to hear you. All right, let's open up for another round of check-ins. The question of the evening is, have you ever modified a radio? Come slowly and twice with your call sign. Got a bunch of people here working with me and getting everything logged in, and we'll try to catch everybody. KC5CPO, come now.
Kilo 5 Alpha Lima.
LSG.
Kilo 5 Alpha Lima. N1 CEBM.
Lincoln in Portland. Kilo India 7, Quebec Juliet, KI7L, Ian.
N2BH.
Stop it right now, right here, just for a second here. I need a clarification on the call sign here. I think I got a KI7 KI7LZN. Is that correct, or help me with this call sign, please?
George 7, George, Ben, Lincoln in Portland, Oregon. KI7, 7, Kilo India 7, Lima, Quebec, Juliet.
I'm trying to get this call sign. Is Kilo Golf 7 Lima November? Is that correct?
King George 7, George, Ben, Lincoln in Portland, Oregon.
Okay. One more time, real slow. I'm very sorry. We're trying to catch you there. I think we're close. Try again. One more time, sir.
King George 7, George, Ben, Lincoln in Portland.
Okay, we got you now. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go with this list. Thank you for confirming that for us, sir. At the top of the list, well, let's go down the list here, see who we've got here. I've got K5AL. I have, and oh my goodness, my log just got away from me here. Stand by. While I'm trying to find myself here, let's if there was anybody in that last set of check-ins didn't hear their call sign read, if you could come back with your call sign, just those that were missed in the last group. KC5CPO.
KJ5 LSG, KJ5 LSG.
KJ5 MLZ, Kilo Juliet 5, Mike Lima Zulu. 4 Bravo Papa Zulu.
In Portland, Oregon.
I may have stepped over the Portland, Oregon station. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Bravo Papa Zulu out of Miami.
We got you.
Let me go with what I've got here. Thank you all for coming in. I've got K5AL, N5CBM, KG7GBL, N2BH, KI7LQJ. I have KJ5LSG, MLZ, and KQ4BPZ. Let's go with this list for now. Let's start with my buddy in Fort Worth, Texas. Rocky, how are you today? And have you ever modified a radio?
Good evening, Dave. Good evening, Nite. You're doing a great job. Have I ever modified a radio? Yes, I have. I think I've done 3, possibly 4 Mars mod on those radios. Back to net control, K5AL.
Yes, sir. I know you. I'm certain that you've done some mods. Thanks for checking in tonight, Rocky. Next on my list is N1CBM, Carlos in Hollywood, Florida. What say you?
Good evening, Dave, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. I say yes. Every time I get a new radio, I try to find a way to modify it. As Rocky mentioned, the first thing I do is try to open it in Mars, do the Mars mod. You're doing a great job, Dave. Nice managing the pileups and the crisis there with the log. You and 1CPM. Everybody else have a great night.
Carlos, for your kind words. I got a lot of people here to help me, so couldn't do it by myself. Next on the list is KG7GBL. KG7GBL, you still with us?
Right off.
We'll count him as in and out. Let's move on to Bill, N2BH. How are you this evening, and have you ever modified a radio? KC5CPO.
Yeah, good evening. Doing good here. You're sounding good. Just a couple very minor modifications. N2BH.
We'll call that a yes. Thanks for checking in tonight. Next on the list is KI7LQJ. Ian, looks like you're new here. What say you?
Good evening, everybody. Have I ever modified? That would be a no. But if I did modify one, everybody would know because it would be cracking sounds, buzzing sounds, and a whole bunch of smoke of all things going bad. You guys doing a great job. I really appreciate it. This is KI7 LQJ, back in net control.
Yes, that's my biggest fear too. Having things explode. All right, moving on down the list here. KJ5, stand by. Moving down here. KJ5 LSG. Angie, in Wolford, Texas. Wolford, Texas.
Evening, KJ5LSD, and I have not modified a radio. Back to the net.
Check into tonight, Angie. I have Ezra, KJ5MLZ. What say you?
KJ5MLZ. To answer to the question, no, haven't modified a radio. And good evening. Back to you, Net Control 73.
Thank you for checking in tonight. Last on this list is KQ4BPZ. Ralph, how about you? Have you ever modified a radio? KC5CPO.
Q5CPO, KQ4BPZ. I purchased secondhand ICOM radios, an ID5100 and a 2730, and tore them apart and ripped the little tiny diodes off of them to make them Mars modded. And I tell you what, man, it was a harrowing experience. Those diodes are so super tiny. I had to use like a microscope to see the diodes. They're that small. And then I made the mistake of hooking it up to the 5100. The Icon 5100 definitely wants a certain amount of amperage when you on it, and I was using a subpar power supply, and the radio was just shut off, so I thought that I had trashed the radio. It was very nerve-wracking, so I figured that out. But yeah, now I use the radio on GMRS, on MERS. Probably shouldn't be saying this because it's not legal, but here we are. KQ4BPZ back to net.
Tell you what, Ralph, your secret's good with me. How about that? KC5CPO. I'm coming up on the end of my time here. I have a couple of announcements. If you have a HF radio, you can join the Thursday 20-meter net, give or take 14.137. That comes on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Also Thursday night at 8 p.m. Asking Elmer. That's in the Zoom room, and so that's a good way for getting some questions answered. So I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Doug, KF8DRJ. And Doug, I have to ask you the same question. Have you ever modified a radio?
Well, thanks, Dave. Doggone it. I was hoping to avoid that question. But yes, I have modified a radio. You know, sometimes you got it. You got to make it do what you want it to do, right? Anyway, let's keep this rolling here tonight. Let's get some more check-ins going. Anybody, anywhere that wants to hop in and answer the question, twice and slowly, please, for Jason. Don't make him go crazy.
Kilo 2 Sierra Bravo Mike. Kilo 2 Sierra Bravo Mike. Sean from Greensboro, North Carolina.
N7 OKN. N7 OKN.
Will be 7 FTM, Alex.
November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
Number 7, Foxtrot calls Papa. N7 FGP. Scott.
K7FPS, Kilo 7, Foxtrot Papa Sierra.
Okay, let's finish that batch right there. Going back up from the bottom, we had K4 FPS. I like to think of that one as frames per second. Fred, N7 FGP, Scott, N4 RHE, Roger, W7 FTM, Alex, K4KU via the text line, N7 OKN, John in Mesa, Arizona. And I believe we're going to start with you, John. N7, OKN. Have you ever modified a radio?
Oh yes, I've modified a radio. When I'm building a node, a simplex node, using a BS888S, hooking it up through a USB interface. Fairly easy to do. It's kind of fun too. That way you don't have to use your cell phone to get into the network if you want to get on the network. N7OKN, thank you.
Well, thank you, John. Yep, I get it. I also get it the comment earlier about the microscope. I bet that comes in handy as well. From the text line, K4KU, Jason, Atlanta, Georgia. You ever modified a radio?
Hey, good evening, Doug and everybody else on the net tonight. Good to be back with all of you after a little bit of an absence for work. And yes, I have modified a radio many times. This is K4KU back to net.
Well, thanks, Jason. We're assuming that all those radios function properly too after that mod. But you know, I'm sure you knew what you're doing. Off to Scottsdale, Arizona. Alex, W7 FTM. You ever modify a radio?
Well, sure. How do you think I got this CB radio to work on UHF? I made up that last part, but yes, I have. And thanks for doing that, man. Sounding good. W7 FTM.
Well, thanks, Alex. Hey, let me do a little housekeeping here. K2 SBM. We had a name and call sign there at the end of Dave's shift, and right at the beginning of mine. We don't want to skip anybody. Sean, if we skipped you, take it now. K2 SBM. You ever modified a radio?
I appreciate you taking my check-in, and yes, I have. I've opened it up for the same that everyone else, I think, has. Both physically and also I did it just by pressing in some secret codes that you find online. I did, however, pay the retailer of a radio that I purchased to do it because I was a little bit skittish about possibly bricking or ruining a $400 radio. So I've done it, I've paid to do it, have it done, and I've also just pressed in the magic numbers to unlock some stuff. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. K2SBM, thanks for taking my check-in, and I'll send it back to you, Ned.
Well, thanks, Sean. We'll put you down for a yes, owner of a golden screwdriver. Good on you. Let's go over to Roger, Fort Lauderdale, N4RHE. Have you ever modified a radio?
Good evening, Doug, and thank you for running the net. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. Not sure this qualifies, but I have swapped my SSB filter for a CW filter on my Yaesu 817. November 4, Roger, I'm enthusiast. Return to net.
Oh yeah, Roger. That's a definite yes. Definite yes. Going to go now to Scott in Houston, Texas, N7FGP, excuse me. You ever modified a radio?
Good evening, Doug. Thank you and Dave for being out there and doing the net tonight. And yeah, I've had my hands inside a few radios before. Thanks for doing the net again. N7FGP.
It's your hands inside a radio. And I guess that counts as a modification. Assume everything went well. Fred, Reno, Nevada, K7FPS. Your turn. You ever modified a radio?
Hardware, not yet. Software, absolutely. Anyway, thank you all for running the net. K7FPS, back to net.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Does firmware count? I don't know. I guess maybe it does. Mark, Alma, New York, KE2, EDS. What say you?
Well, good evening, Doug. Great job, Dave and Jason on the log. Well, Jason, you're going to have to make a call on this one. I have not done it with a ham radio, but I have done it with a $25 CB radio in the day. I'm a little nervous to open up these ham radios when they cost over $1,000 a piece. Anyways, have a great evening, guys. Doing an awesome job. KE2 EDS.
Well, thanks much, Mark. We put you down for a yes. And thank you guys for the kind words. The fact that Dave and I are here lets you know that ECR will let just about anybody do this. Oh, it's a lot of fun. If you guys want to do it, anybody out there, you want to do this, go to bit.ly/ECR open mic. And you too can sit in front of this thing and try to make it look like you know what you're doing. Okay, let me go over on the text line. Terry from Austin, Texas, N5RTC. I'll bet I already know this answer, but take it away, Terry.
Well, good evening, Doug. You're selling your talents short because you're doing a great job, and Dave before you did a great job. Now, the answer to your question is yes, but with unintended and disastrous outcomes. Back to you, Net Control, N5 RTC.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Terry. We're putting you down for a yes, but with a fire extinguisher next to your radio table. Getting quite a cross-section of answers here. Let's take some more. Come on and check in now. Call signs twice and slowly. And let's make another list here and go.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Romeo Kilo Mobile.
And one come in there kind of strong, one come in a little scratchy. Try it again. And anybody else that wants to check in, but we may come back for a little cleanup, you know. Okay, we'll try it one more time. This BXU station that came in, we got a partial on that, so let me adjust that station. Come on back, if you will, with your call sign.
Kilo, Mike, 7, Bravo, X-ray, uniform.
And that time we got it. Any other text, you could use the text line if you want, any other text check-ins, Anyone, anywhere, last call for this batch. Twice and slowly.
Good evening, this is Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Romeo Kilo, KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
November 2, Zulu, Victor, November, N2ZVN. Okay, I guess we'll hang here for a second. We got a mobile in there, so I want to catch the mobile quick before he can run out of his space there. We also had KM7BXU, Kevin, looked like you're a new user to the system, and Alan, N2ZVN. Let's go off to our mobile, Barry in Apopka, KQ4ORK. You ever modified a radio, Barry?
Picking me up. Hello, everybody on the net. Sounds great tonight. I have modified some in the past, both hardware and software. Although recently opened up my ICOM to do a Mars and realized my eyes are not quite up to par. Didn't have a magnifying glass available. May just pay HRO down the road here to do it for me. Hope everybody has a great evening. Net sounds great. Thanks for what y'all do. KQ4, ORK in the mobile, back to net control, 73.
Well, thanks, Barry. We got you down in the log. We've got Kevin, Cornelius, Oregon. Looks like a new user to the system. If your QRZ page is fresh with an email address, you'll get a nice welcome letter from the East Coast Reflector. But take it away for now with your answer, KN7BXU. Have you ever modified a radio?
This is KM7BXU. Nope, like I said, brand new to the ham radio world, so I haven't even begun to understand half of the stuff that goes on, so I don't want to venture into tearing apart a radio yet. But someday.
I get it, Kevin. Nobody wants to end up with a brick. We'll put you down for a no. Let's go over to Alan, Kendall, New York, N2ZVN. How about you? You got that golden screwdriver going? I like it. That's good, Alan. Hey, let's do another batch here. I'm glad we stuck that mobile in real quick because you never know how much tether they have. But let's do another batch of check-ins right now. Twice and slowly, please. Go ahead.
November 2, Delta Mike Hotel, N2BMH. Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo in Virginia Beach. Back to net control.
KO4CLD, KO4CLD.
Okay, let's grab a couple more before we wind this batch up. Go ahead and push that button. You know you want to have a little fun on the net tonight, so go ahead and push it. Check in now. Okay, we'll freeze that part of it for now. We'll do a lookup on one we're not completely sure of, N2GMH. Getting a lookup error on that one. So if you just that station, would you come back and give us that one again, please?
Refer to Delta Mike Hotel, N2DMH. D is in Delta. Back to net.
There you are. We got you now. Okay, let me grab a couple more before we close up this batch. Come now, twice and slowly.
Net control, KM4 FLC, Kilo Mike 4, Foxtrot Lima Charlie.
Okay, we got some folks out there that want to be a part of the net, but maybe not want to comment. Let's open it up now to some in and outs. In and outs now.
J5 LZR, Kilo Juliet 5, Lima Zulu Romeo. In and out.
Okay, well, we're going to go with this list. We've got what appears to be I thought it was a new user, but it wasn't. Just went to a regular in and out, KJ5LZR. Welcome to the net. You don't have to answer our question. You're in and out. Going backwards, though, KM4FLC. That was William, Arden, North Carolina. KO4CLD. We got the digits right there. Micah in Tuscumbia. Hope I said your city correctly. And N2DMH, Virginia Beach, David. And my biggest flaw is I know I don't identify myself enough. Dave did this perfectly. This is KF8DRJ, Doug in Allen Park, Michigan. And we're going to toss it over to David in Virginia Beach. Have you ever modified a radio?
Tell the truth, yes, I have. It's fun, and I can't use those radios at the moment right now because I just moved, so I'll have to find another way to use those radios. But yeah, it's just to me it opens up more capabilities, and it's just a fun little way to learn how to do things like that. But yeah, I have before, and it's fun. I like doing that kind of stuff. So yeah. Anyway, good to be on here tonight, and right now I'm using the DroidStar application, which is nice. It works pretty good, and I'm happy with it, being that I don't have any antennas at the moment. This is definitely doing good for me at the moment. So anyway, I hope everybody had a good night. This is November 2 Delta Mike Hotel, back to net control.
Thank you, David. We'll put you down for a yes with a bunch of radios open on your bench. Hope all goes well with that. Move on to Micah, Tuscumbia, Alabama, KO4CLD. Have you ever modified a radio?
KO4CLD here. No, I have not modified a radio other than building a Go box, which I learned really quick when you have one of those Heil headsets that's on a foot pedal. You need to make sure that you
wire that wire correctly, because if you don't, you will just key the radio the whole time. So thankfully I didn't burn it up, but that's the closest I've gotten to modifying a radio, but it's definitely on the bucket list. When I have some spare radios, I plan on taking my 7100 and opening it wide open so that in the case of a real emergency, I can have a way to call out. KO4CLD, back to net.
Thanks. You mean radios can transmit just full time? That never happens on the East Coast Reflector. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. Let's go over to North Carolina, specifically Arden, for William. KM4FLC. Have you ever modified a radio?
Oh, man.
Okay, we're going to try again for William real quick because he's on the list. The comment that just came in, hang on a second. I'll check again in a second. KM4FLC, are you still with us?
Net control, yes, I'm still here. KM4FLC in Arden. No, I have never modified a radio that I know of. I'm talking to you on an M1KE tonight. That's what I'm using here. But hope everybody's had a good day and have a good rest of the week. No rain here in North Carolina. Things look really good. But everybody on the net, have a good evening. KM4FLC.
Well, good deal, William. Got you in the log. Been hearing a lot about that M1KE. Got to do some further research on that thing. Hopefully that thing doesn't need any modifying. At least I would hope not. Anyway, just a quick round of business here, a little housekeeping. The Zoom room, I don't know how many of you folks have actually hopped into the Zoom room, but if you haven't done it or aren't doing it, you're kind of really missing out. The Zoom room is awesome. During nets, you can we cut your mic because, during nets we need to use it, but you can kind of listen to what's going on, see how the sausage is made, and then at the end of the net, we open up everybody's mics and it just really becomes a fun little gab session. So use that URL, bit.ly/ where is it? ECR Daily. That's where I wrote it. bit.ly ECR Daily. That URL has everything embedded in it, the room ID, password. You don't have to do anything until you see a window come up and it says join. If you don't want to use your camera, that's fine. Come on in and have fun. 9 o'clock, we're going to open it all up and it's going to be great. Anyway, let's open it up for another round of check-ins. The person that commented earlier, that's the one I was talking about. Yes, the one that commented. We're going to do check-ins right now. So hop on in twice and slowly, please, for this round.
Corner checking in.
Okay, that one was a wee bit broke up, so I'll still leave it open for check-ins, in and outs if you want. That one that had a comment, the one that was breaking up a little bit, come on back and try it again.
Conversation with comments.
Okay, well, we're doing a net, so comment station, do you have a call sign you'd like to mention so we can put you on the log?
Yes, indeed, net control. This is KQ4BPZ. I checked in earlier. I forgot to mention that I modded an ICOM 705. That's a $1,400 radio, thinking that I could get it to work on GMRS. If anybody is out there thinking that they can have this mod successfully completed, yes, you can unlock the radio, but it puts out 0.0 watts on GMRS. Just the more you know, just a public service announcement I want to put out there. Do not mod an ICOM 705, a $1,500 QRP radio, to work GMRS. That's my 5 cents. Thank you, Net Control.
Okay, well, thanks for adding that point, although I must say I would never open up that radio for any reason ever. But thank you for that clarification. All right, we got time for probably one more round of check-ins. Let's open it up twice and slowly. Let's wrap this sucker up.
This is November 1 Queen Whiskey X-ray. N1 QWX in and out.
K6, this is WA5TBB. Over.
Kilo 6 Gulf Bravo Zulu, in and out. Kilo Mike, in and out. Victor 44, Kilo Mike, in and out.
No, I'm not ignoring you, but you're still coming in, so I'm going to wait. Go ahead. All right, got a big old list there of in and outs. One of those actually surprises me. But anyway, we have KU6V Don in San Martin, V44KM Hugh in St. Kitts. And that one actually surprises me because I heard Hugh on here earlier, and it sounded like he was quite experienced in this. Hugh, I won't goad you for a comment, but I got your in and out. Then we had Reed from Lubbock, Texas, WA5TBB, K6GBZ Tom in Cameron Park, California, and N1QWX Arthur in Lincoln, Maine? I didn't know Maine had a Lincoln. Okay, and then KJ5LZR, we had Chris, the in and out from San Antonio. Final round at 8:59. If you've got something to say on this subject, twice and slow now, and then we're going to wrap it.
N1YKT, N1YKT.
And that's going to be the one that puts the bow on it. N1YKT, Johnny, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. What say you? You ever modified a radio?
Burned. You guys are doing a great. Thank you for everything. Stupendous job. N1YKT 73, everyone.
Good burn. Another one with a fire extinguisher located nearby. Okay, that's going to be a wrap. I hope everyone makes it over to the Zoom room. We're going to open up the mics and have a little fun. Thanks to our host tonight, Mark, KE2EDS, professional logger extraordinaire, Jason, K4KU. And Dave for the first half. I did the second half, KF8DRJ. Been a blast. Look forward to the next time we do it. We now return the East Coast Reflector to normal amateur radio use. 7-3. See y'all in the Zoom room.
you.